Greetings and welcome once again to World Music Safari. In this episode, some ukulele strumming and picking techniques. So in the past and more recently, I've gotten some questions about strumming techniques and picking techniques that I use on the ukulele, and most recently the charango. So thanks to Glock Piece for that one. I'm going to try and answer your questions about those. I really only utilize one or two techniques while strumming and only one technique picking, but I interchange a lot of it, so it'll make a lot more sense once I get into it. So let's start. So the first thing beginning ukulele players is do the standard beat. Now, don't go to websites where they say go down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up. That's super confusing. It was very confusing for me to start with. Just start by going up and down, but a lot of times they'll do, and this is for my music nerds, they'll do the dotted eighth note, 16th note thing, or a swing beat, or the triplet with the middle triplet taken out. And that's that Hawaiian beat. One and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and one and two and three and four and one and two and three and four. Right, and that's that Hawaiian style, the Hawaiian sound. You know, what is it, the Ukulele song? Or and all I'm doing is going up and down, but it's the 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. You're going to only utilize that really for most of the traditional Hawaiian songs. What you really want to do is do it evenly, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. And what I mean by that is, if you were to play changes in latitudes, I took off for a weekend last month just to try and recall the whole year. It's got a Hawaiian sound to it, but it lends itself to being cheesy. Straighten those beats out. What do I mean by that? So now it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. And the difference is astounding. I took off a weekend last month just to try and recall the whole year. So now you can utilize that in a lot of different fashions, and it's a straight beat, so it gives it more, especially transitioning to the charango, which I'll do later, it makes it really good. The last thing that I utilize a lot is what's called a palm mute. A palm mute gives it a rhythmic fashion to it. It works really well for Hotel California and some flamenco-ish style, but it also works for normal songs. I will revisit another Buffett song or some other song, it doesn't matter. What you want to do is you want to start the string and stop. You go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. What I'm doing is using the palm of my hand here to stop the strings. So when you're playing, it's going to give it on 2 and 4 a rhythmic styling that's reminiscent of, well, here, let's see. Open, no palm mute. Palm mute. Slow down. So that's pretty much all I use for my strumming technique. I just mix and match that where I feel necessary. You can do it faster, you can do it slower, but I don't do anything really much else than that. So this is a very easy and approachable way to do it. Second thing, finger picking. All I do is assign one string to each finger. So ring finger, middle, index, thumb. Here we go. So this string is closest to your knee, and this one is closest to your chin. So all I do is go from the bottom up on each individual string, from the bottom. And then do it again. So if we apply it to just plain old C, F, and G on the ukulele, and I'll apply it to the charango later. Bottom up. That's all I'm doing. I don't do anything else from that. That's all I do for finger picking. Once in a great while I'll hit both on top. Bottom, bottom and top. So that's pretty much it for the finger picking technique and how I strum the ukulele. You can utilize that and get as complicated as you want. You'll start figuring out where you want your fingers to go. For instance, you can kind of switch it up to get kind of a little bit more of a reggae ska style. Palm mute. Without the palm mute. So the picking style I'm going to utilize on the charango is the same thing. I'm just going to go from the bottom up, but I've got an extra string. So what I can do is move my thumb up and down between these two strings to just get an extra note, but I don't use all 5 fingers on all 5 strings. You could, but I'm not that good. So I just use my 4 strings just like I would on a ukulele, and it sounds like this. Same thing, I'm just going from the bottom up. Okay, and lastly, same type of palm mute technique I'm going to use on the charango for Hotel California, and it's going to give it a really cool sound, kind of like a rhythmic flamenco-ish style. Check it out. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm a 2-trick pony. I do one style of strumming and one style of finger picking, but it's really useful and can be utilized anywhere. All right, gang, well, my 2-trick pony show is over, so I hope you enjoyed this episode and we'll see you next time.